this is Jane Talbot, and for today's adventure I've written my very first acrostic poem. An acrostic poem spells out the name of the thing you're describing or the subject of the poem, and it can do that in one of three ways. You can take the very first letters of each line and read down, and that should give you the subject or theme of the poem. Or you can take the very last letters of each line and read down, and that should give you the subject or theme of the poem. Or you can take letters and line them up in the middle of a line and read down, and that should give you the subject or theme of the poem. That apparently is supposed to be the most challenging, but I have given the third version a whirl, and today I've written an acrostic about the cherry tree. And the reason I've done that is that recently the cherry trees in our town have been catching my eye. In spring I was very taken by them and their blossom, and the local cherry trees inspired my unromantic romantic fiction. And once they'd lost their blossom, I kind of lost interest in them. They looked quite plain. They had become plain Janes. They're all pretty in spring, all very alluring in spring, and then in summer they were pretty plain. But they seem to have had a re-emergence, a second youth. Maybe it's not really a youth, it's more of a coming into womanhood. In spring they were girls and now they are women. Their leaves are really rich in colour. The colour of ripe pears mixed in with pink lady apples. And when the wind blows, the leaves fall off. So many of those cherry trees are now one day full of leaf and the next day without leaf at all. So I wanted to capture their essence, their maturity, their allure in autumn before the leaves disappeared. So the acrostic works when you see it, and I have included a written form of my acrostic in my blog post, but I'll read it to you anyway and see if you feel also that it captures the transition, the life cycle of the cherry tree. You caught my eye when you were younger, effervescent, in-your-face prettiness in that pink dress of yours. Now you're older, you're not pretty anymore. You're beautiful. A knowing blush before you take off all your clothes. Had fun writing that. See you tomorrow.